Okay, I'm running out of stam now. I really need to get the... I wasn't paying attention to my stam. Please don't die. I'm not alone here. I actually grew antlers overnight. Hey guys, welcome to Crawl Unchained. Today I'm trying out a new game I recently found on Steam. The type of game this is very similar to Path of Titans, Beast of Bermuda, and The Isle. But instead of being about dinosaurs, the playable animals are mostly mammals, with currently only one exception to that. The game actually has a Sarco. Now, aside from having watched maybe 2 videos of the game, I haven't done much more research about it. So here's what I know right now. This game is still very early in its development, and the devs are still actively working on it. In fact, I've heard that they are currently working on creating a new, better version for it, as well as making improvements to the map itself. The game doesn't have quests like POT, but instead has a passive growth like The Isle, and offers more game mechanics such as managing your body heat by, for example, cooling off in water when you're too hot. The game also has seasons, and you have to adapt to your environment depending on the season. You can also accumulate fat, just like animals do in real life when preparing for winter. You can also make bedding or nests, which are used to invite friends to join you in game. So basically, in order to invite a friend, you have to build a bed or a nest before you can do so. Now, at this time, I won't lie to you guys, the game feels a bit empty, and aside from when you're hungry or thirsty, I didn't feel like there was much to do. Now, I do have a few ideas which could improve the game quite a bit, but for now, I'll just roll the footage I got so you guys can see everything for yourselves. Then at the end of it, I'll share some of my ideas before ending the video. Now, if that sounds good for everyone, let's go. So let's go create new. Let's just check the options. Okay, so Sarco. Oh, yeah, a little bit of zoom. So they have a Sarco. And as far as I know, this is the only, I'm going to call it prehistoric animal that they have in the game. But the fact that they have a Sarco and not a regular crocodile means that they are not against the idea of adding extinct animals, which is very encouraging for me. Because a game that is called Cenozoic Era means they don't have to limit themselves to modern animals. Now, for those of you who don't know, I've actually researched it because I didn't know myself. The Cenozoic Era, we're still in it right now, but it started 66 million years ago. So, there's a lot of animals that were part of the Cenozoic Era that are now extinct. And I'm thinking now of like saber-toothed tigers, woolly rhinos, woolly mammoths, and different species of bears, and like... There's a lot of mammals that have gone extinct that could be part of this game. And if they were, I mean, I'd be all over this game. But right now, it seems like they just want to limit it to mostly modern day animals. Which is okay because we're still in the Cenozoic Era. So this is not inaccurate in any way, shape, or form. It's just, if you have the possibility to add extinct animals, then I know it would be a bad move not to exploit that, because people would be all over that. You look at the dinosaur survival games, they're extremely popular. People are all over those games. Thinking of Path of Titans and The Isle and Beast of Bermuda, to name a few. A game like this one, if you added the woolly rhino and the woolly mammoth and the prehistoric bears, 100% people would be all over that. You could even add Megalania in there, because the Megalania went extinct only 25,000 years ago. So, anyway, moving on. So there's a tiger. Actually, I'm gonna preview adult. Yeah, let's go with that. So we have the tiger, the grizzly bear, the cougar, the leopard, gray wolf, and the fox for carnivores, and obviously the sarco. Sarco, which is, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. The size is definitely what you would expect from a sarco. All right. And then we're going to go back and look at herbivores. So we have the rhino, which I'm very excited about, but I would love to see a woolly rhino in there. The moose, which I'm super happy about, and I'm definitely going to go again with moose. There's something about that animal that really appeals to me. I don't know. It just looks like a very powerful animal, and it is. Then we have the horse, the elk, which I really like as well. I like animals with antlers. I don't know why. The mule deer, the ram. This is going to be the packy of the game. And then the boar. I'm actually, like, I will 100% play a boar at some point. Like, 100%. Now, I want to be a moose. I want to grow a moose to adult. It's just, that's what I want. So, we're going to go with that. Hang on. Skin color. There's not enough lighting in here. Like, is it? It's probably because it's nighttime or something in the game. So like this, I can actually see a little bit. Oh, man. That's a cool looking moose. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a cool looking moose. All right, so let's just go with that and spawn it in the game. Now we have different spawn locations. I'm going to want something that has, you know, a location that has a lot of vegetation in it. Looks like it's a very foggy day today. Last time I spawned in plains, and I found one bush that I could actually feed from. Everything else, like food was just not, I could not find food anywhere. So I'm gonna go with jungle this time. Hopefully there's more food in there. I'm obviously not gonna go in the desert, because the desert is not gonna be a good place for something that feeds on vegetation. I really can't tell where I am. Like the map is moving way too quickly. I can't tell where it's taking me on the map. Let's just go with spawn location 1. Let's just go with that. It is super dark, but luckily in this game we have something called night vision. So now I can actually see. I'm gonna let you guys read the tips on the top right. I've already done that. There's water over that way. Oh, and there's food. Okay. So there is food. I don't need to eat right now, though. I think the visuals of the game are definitely good. I mean, they're not quite at the same level as POT, but it looks good. The sounds are also okay. Right now it's telling me there's 18 days left until winter. Temperature 17 degrees Celsius, which is decent. Also, as far as I know, there's no map that you can access in this game. Like, you have your scent mode, which you can run out of. It's over here in the bottom left corner, right next to that paw, which represents your stamina. So there's 3 lines that appear here, and that's your stamina. And right now I'm seeing the people that are in game. So when I'm running, you can see the stamina. No, actually. So right now, yeah, you can see my scent mode energy. Basically, it's being drained. So like I can't be in smell mode like all the time. So it would be very difficult to try and learn the whole map and know exactly where you are and recognize places, because you're constantly going to be traveling. And like if I decide to travel away from this location and go really far somewhere else on the map, I might end up in the desert, and trying to find my way back here, it would be extremely difficult. I would have to like follow my own tracks back here, but I don't know how long these tracks are gonna last. So now if this server was populated to the maximum, there would be a good chance there might be a Sarco in there, and that Sarco would probably see me as its next meal. But right now, there's not enough people online. The odds that I would encounter a player right here, exactly at the same spot where I am, pretty slim. Let's try and find food now. There's food over there. Is there any? Nope, there's only food over there. So we'll go that way. I don't know how long it takes for me to grow either. I don't know where to check that. I'm gonna ask if there's a way to check my growth progress. Someone said there's a baby moose I'm trying to find. I'm the baby moose. So if I press insert, okay. Oh, I can see my blood loss, bleed level, my kills, my distance, my health, stamina, thirst, hunger, resting, attacking, bleeding, swimming, eating, drinking. It's not. Oh, I can see my coordinates as well. Okay, that's interesting. Growth 0.5. Okay, that's where I can see it. Call 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I have 2 attacks. Left and right mouse buttons. All right. That was call number 1. That's call number 2. Number 3. Number 4. That's my left mouse button attack. And then the right mouse does nothing. Maybe I need antlers for my right mouse button. Since I don't have antlers yet, I can't use it. So let's see. Insert. 581. That's my current growth. Okay, so I'm going to check again. It's 4:27 right now p.m. I'm going to check again at 4:30 p.m. to see what my growth looks like. To see like how quickly or how slow we're growing. I don't think it's going to be a quick process, to be honest. Is it daytime now? Oh yeah, okay. Don't need night vision anymore. This is way more beautiful. This looks way better. This game could definitely become something as amazing as POT. I'm really just hoping that the devs will keep working on it and keep developing it and just make it better. Oh, it's 4:30. Let's look at our growth. Okay, so I went from 581 to 599 in 3 minutes, or like 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm getting close to that one. Yep. So this bush right here is what I can eat. To eat, I need to hold the E key. Now it looks like I'm accumulating fat, which I need to do that to survive the winter. I'm guessing the winter will not have as much food. Okay, I think I ate the whole thing. So let's find more food. Prepare for winter. There's food over there. Just gonna fill up on fat. I think it's not good to have too much fat in the summer because it has to do with body heat and stuff. But I mean, winter is only 18 days away. I think I'm fully fattened up. I'm always tempted to open up the map, to be honest. It's gonna take some getting used to, you know, traveling without a map. Let's look at our growth now. 653. Okay. I'm gonna take a guess here and say that 1.0 is probably adult or close to it. I don't know how far that's gonna go. Let's go for a swim. Moose in real life are very good swimmers. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I don't know why moose in real life are such good swimmers. They're hooved animals, and usually hooves are not good for swimming, but moose, they love the water. They love swimming. Oh, look, there's fish right there. Okay, I'm running out of stam now. I really need to get the... I wasn't paying attention to my stam. Please don't die. That would suck. I would start from scratch if I died. Probably won't drown here, right? Come on. I'm right there. My feet can touch the ground. I'm not gonna die here. Oh wow, I already took a little bit of damage. Almost died there. I could have died. I went swimming for way too long. Let's go lay down in a bush somewhere. It's the same key as POT to lay down. There seems to be waterfalls here, so I'll go check those out. Oh, yeah. And the water effect is pretty good. It does look like an actual waterfall. I mean, to an extent. It's not perfect, but... there needs to be some splashing at the bottom. Yeah, I don't want to be falling down there. That tree looks awesome. Really cool. It's huge. I can even... wow. I can pass under its roots. That's crazy. It's a monument. I might be approaching the desert here. Oh. I'm not alone here. There's a baby wolf right here. I'm not going to attack you, buddy. I'm just really surprised that I actually found another player. Gonna let the baby wolf alone. There's no point in, like, we said hi, but like there's no point in staying with them. Guess nighttime is coming already. Oh, okay, found food. I'm away from water, but I found food. Definitely gonna go top off. Oh wow, now there's a ton of it. Yeah, I definitely need my night vision now. So this is what nighttime looks like without night vision. It is pitch black. There's nothing. No moon, no nothing. I feel like there should be a moon. It shouldn't be pitch dark like this. Even a human can see better than that. Even with just the stars and the moon, we can see better than that as humans. There's no way that a moose would get pitch dark like that. So right now I'm doing a little bit of AFK growing. I'm laying down in the bush because it's nighttime. It's not as fun to explore at nighttime because everything is like, I mean, you see what I mean, right? You don't get those bright colors. And also, I think I've just reached like the 30-minute mark. I think maybe a little bit more. 30 to 35 minutes that I've been on so far. And yeah, let's look at the growth. So I'm at 0.9. So it takes a little bit more than 30 minutes. I'm going to say maybe 45 minutes to reach 1.0. All right. I have literally just reached 1.0 growth. And I do believe this is about the 45 minutes mark. I remember, like, the first time I actually looked at the time, it was 4:27. It's now 5:14. So, this could be the 1 hour mark. It could be 45-minute mark. It could be 50-minute mark. I don't know exactly. I just remember the first time I looked at the time, it was 4:27. And I had been on for 5 to 10 minutes. I can't remember exactly. Now it is 5:15 and I'm at 1.0 growth. So, you know, somewhere between the 45 to 1 hour mark is where you hit 1.0. Now, I don't know why my character just moved, because I was not moving. Am I hurt or something? Hang on. What? What am I doing with antlers? And I'm just walking super slow. I actually grew antlers overnight. Why am I walking so slow? Oh my god. This is way too fast for growing into an adult. If I'm an adult right now... Hang on. If I press this, Moose Adult. Yeah. So you reach an adult at 1.0. This is way too fast. Way too fast. Like, my personal preference, at least, my personal preference would be that it would take 5 hours to grow into an adult. Why am I this slow? I don't want to be this slow, guys. Oh my god. Okay, so let's say 1 hour to reach adult. My preference would be 5. Even though this game is permadeath, my preference would be 5. Because then once you reach adult, what's left to do? Right? The fun is in the growing. It's the struggles of growing into an adult. Like, if you look at in-game time, it took me literally less than a day to grow into an adult from baby. Makes no sense. Ah, this is way too slow. This is overwhelmingly slow. Moose are not that slow in real life. Oh, trot. Trot is Q. Okay, let's try that. Wow, these movements are unrealistically slow. Like, this does not feel natural, to be honest. Moose should not be moving that slow. This feels like slow motion. Moose don't move in slow motion. I mean, I'm Canadian. Moose are in Canada, and this feels like slow motion. Okay, so trotting doesn't seem to use stamina. I'm moving a little bit faster when I'm trotting than when I'm walking. And it doesn't seem to be using stamina, which is a good thing, because you can trot for a long time. But yeah, no, this needs to be tweaked. That speed is not realistic, and it's just like, it makes me want to log out, basically. No, it's daytime. I didn't even realize. Now I look so much better. Now food is not even going down right now. This is weird. It was going down super quick as a baby, but now it's, ever since I reached adult, I haven't had to eat and my food has not gone down. Oh, look at that. So earlier my right click wouldn't do anything. So this is my left click. I feel like that's a little bit too simple. A moose's attack should look more badass than this. This is very underwhelming, but hopefully, you know, they make it better as the game progresses. But this is my other attack. Oh, I think I heard a cat somewhere. I definitely hear a cat somewhere. I don't know where it is. I can't smell it. I can't smell its tracks right now. Okay. Ah, there he is. Alright guys, it's time for me to share my thoughts of the game as well as a few ideas. First thing I will say here is that I found it extremely easy to grow into an adult, but I've learned a little bit later that there's another growth stage which another player was referring to as full adult, and that one takes much longer to grow into, as in several hours. Another factor which obviously played into how easy it is to grow is the lack of players on the server. If there were more players, I would have been hunted and probably killed, maybe even more than once. So without a doubt, increasing the player base would 100% help increase the challenge and make the game more interesting. Now, as much as I'm a big fan of the game mechanics that were added to this game, for example, the seasons, the fact that you can accumulate body fat, having to manage temperatures, etc., I can't help but find the gameplay itself a little bit empty. Now, I think the Isle has a game mechanic where players have to pay attention to their macros with their diet, and they have to eat certain types of food to maintain a balanced diet. I think that a similar mechanic here could go a long way. The way I'm imagining this is different foods providing different nutrients, and those different foods being found in different places on the map. This would force you to travel from one area of the map to another because it would be the only way to maintain a balanced diet. Maintaining a balanced diet could have an impact on your stamina and just overall speed or HP or even attack damage. Now, since there are seasons in this game, maybe in winter only certain types of food can be found and only in certain specific places, which would force herbivores to congregate in those areas, which would force carnivores to find those places to hunt. Path of Titans is using quests to force people to move around the map, and as much as I do not like the nonsensical aspect of those quests, I can't deny their usefulness and how much they help fill up the gameplay loop just by giving us something to do between player encounters, which to me are the real treat in the game. Judging from what I've seen so far, Cenozoic Era does not look like it's going to take the same route as Path of Titans. In fact, I've just watched a video in the interview with the developer of the game, and in this interview, the dev said he used to play the Isle back in 2016, and he's a big fan of how the Isle used to be back then. Now, just from that little snippet of knowledge alone, I think I can say with pretty much absolute certainty here that he won't be adding POT type quests to this game. So he's going to need something else to fill up the gameplay loop and give the players something to do between encounters, and I think that the balanced diet approach would fill up that role fairly well, because it would give players a good reason to go from point A to point B, and then the encounters between players would happen while traveling. This would also prevent players from AFK growing. Now, I'm saying this without knowing if the dev already plans for such a feature or not, and without having the slightest idea of his future plans for the game. Last thing before I end it is, in the intro I mentioned I would love to see woolly rhinos and mammoths in this game. Well, between the time where I recorded that intro and now, I've watched an interview video with the dev, and in that video there was a mammoth. The mammoth is obviously not ready for release, but based on that, I think we can safely allow ourselves to hope for more extinct animals to be added to the game in the future, and that is a very exciting thought. I will end by saying that this is a game I will 100% keep an eye on, and I will follow its development very closely. I think it shows a lot of potential, and I really hope it grows into something as big as Path of Titans in the future. I definitely recommend checking it out, considering you can play it for free. The free version offers you 2 free slots for animals, but if you wish to help support the dev, you can purchase DLCs and get more slots and more colors to customize your animals and things like that. So as always, leave your thoughts in the comments. All feedback is welcome. You guys take care, and I will see you all soon. Bye bye.